What happened to our original music?
And if that wasn't good enough for you, I got this too.
All right.
That's all the music's.
All right. All right. Was I on camera when I said where's the original one?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, that was perfect. We didn't even practice that.
Mm-mm.
We didn't practice that at all. I'm in bed, everybody, just in case y'all were wondering. Why is she looking like lazy? Because I'm in bed. All right. It is hard being on vacation. So hard. So hard. I don't know how people do it all the time.
Look like like you ain't getting no damn sleep. No damn sleep.
I am getting sleep. I am getting sleep. I'm just tired. Today was like I'm on vacation. Today was like a friend's Christmas event, so I got up early to help prepare food and clean up. So I'm tired today, but I wish I could say I was turned up. Like whoop whoop. No, just tired.
That's a waste. Then if you ain't turned up and you looking like that, you're tired and everything, then what are you doing with your life?
Like this is what 40s look like, sir. This is what it looks like.
Waste.
Turning up, cleaning, and cooking. You're welcome. So why are we on here? Because I was inspired.
She was inspired, y'all.
I was
She
inspired.
inspired one. The other 2 weeks she wasn't inspired. She didn't give a damn about y'all. She didn't care. I'm on vacation. Forget them.
Yeah, I wasn't inspired. That's just it. Like I can ramble, but I hate rambling. But this okay, so I don't know if I sent you this. It was a post. Maybe I did. It was a post that a girl put online about she matched with this guy, and the guy was like asked for her personal number, which it always befuddles me that people do that. It's like, hey, do you want to get off of here and talk? Talk, and you're like, yeah. And then they proceed to text you on your phone number. Well, what's the fucking point? So this is what happened. He got a phone number. She texted him. Well, he texted her, and she should have known it was gonna be a problem because he started it with like Grand Rising shit.
Oh yeah, Grand Rising King.
So then he sends pictures, which is I guess standard to do because people do that all the fucking time. It don't make no sense. He sent pictures. The girl says, "Oh, these are the pictures." She says, "These are the pictures from your profile." And like, she said one sentence. These are the pictures from your profile. 7 words, right? A dissertation came next.
Oh, you did send me that. You did send me. Yeah, you sent me that. Yeah.
And it was numbered dissertation. It was like number 1. And he started telling her about her ass. So I'm grateful, this, that, and the third, and the whole 9. He started, he told her about her full ass, right? And then he dropped the bomb. Then he gave himself an emoji at the end and called himself a god.
Mic drop emoji.
Yes.
I'm finished here.
And then he called himself a god. Okay? A god. He is a god. Okay, some of the highlights. The main highlight was that he told her that she's 43 years old and she's going to be 60 years old on the same site with this old nasty ass attitude that she has. And I'm like, God damn, she didn't even say nothing. Nigga, you sensitive. Like, you well past sensitive. So I sent it to my friend who I knew it would trigger.
Mhm.
And did it trigger her? Okay. Because she's single, she's dating.
Mhm.
I'm single, I'm dating. Um, and this is what online life looks like. I haven't got told that I'm gonna be 60
Mhm.
yet, but people been in every one of their feelings.
Mhm.
Their expectations are something that they're not expressing, I guess. So she started talking. She was like, I don't understand why he went off like that. Then why did this? I said, because that's what he's gonna do. He's like, he went to the gym all that goddamn time and this bitch can't act right. She
Oh
don't know
yeah, I
how to
forgot a
respect her
picture. Yeah, he
time.
was buff. He was a little buff. Yeah, I forgot.
Ooh, them be the most sensitive ones. They done put all that work in, but you need to be focusing on that. You should be kissing my feet.
So I got
So,
you talking about
huh?
this, right? But I got something. I'm gonna interject something. I got what that sounds like. The 60-something-year-old
Okay.
woman, how a single sound like. Okay, hold on one second. One second. Pull up.
Okay. You want me to keep going?
Oh.
I'm an older African American woman. My friends call me Chip. I am 66 of age. I love to tell a man what to do, and I do not want his dick. Request.
That's what it sounds like. 66 of age. She loved to tell men what to do, and she don't want his dick. That's what it sounds like. So just a visual for y'all ladies.
Well, I guess. I guess. And here's the thing, though. Here's the part. This is the part that tickles me. Uh, he said all of this shit like he didn't swipe right.
Mm.
Like he didn't choose this person. Like he ain't his age on this site
But she gonna be
because,
66.
huh?
But she gonna be 60 years old.
Yeah,
Still
oh
on
yeah,
the
because she's 43. That's like 60. That's next year 60.
side. Mm.
And it's like, but you hear that. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've heard this and other people in the conversations I've had with guys online,
Mhm.
where they're like, "Oh, well, you're getting older. Wait, are you not getting older? Is it just me? Damn it! Is it like Benjamin Button in reverse? Is it stopped? Like,
Uh-oh.
is the onus is on the woman? Like, I'm supposed to be like, thank you, sir. Thank you for looking at my old feeble ass and giving me a chance to make me an honest woman.
He's trying to give you, trying to help you out, man. You know, he knows,
Yeah,
he's trying to help you out.
make me a full honest woman, okay? Full honest woman. And I'm sitting here acting up with all this mouth.
Mhm.
Just shut the fuck up.
66, liking the boss man around and don't want his dick.
Don't want no dick. Yeah, yeah.
Keep it
Well,
up.
so then what happened is the same person I sent it to, we were on the phone like hour and a half talking about her
Mhm.
situations of dating, right?
Mhm.
And the different ones and how people like pop off differently, right?
Mhm.
Like their expectations are just it's different. That's the best way I can say it, the most positive way I can say it. Like I was telling her a story that like I was online, somebody was trying to talk to me and they were like, "Why don't we go out?" And I was like, "Oh." I said, "Well, maybe when I get back, I'm on vacation right now."
Mhm.
And then he was like, "All right, then I'll holla." And that's it.
Deuces, partner. I'm out. Deuces.
I remember. And then you remember the love of my life, the red pill nigga.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know why he stopped talking to me? Because
Cause
I
you
got
was,
deployed for that job,
you
and he
wasn't
thought I was
okay.
lying.
Yeah, you wasn't going. Yeah,
He
you wasn't
thought
gonna
I
give
was
him no
lying.
attention. Whole thing. You just have
Another. What do they call them? Bed wench who don't know her place. Like
Mhm.
she's in here, she don't understand her king when she see him.
And you got to be
So
available in order to do this stuff. You just all over the place.
I guess it's me, 60 years old. It's me. It's my fault.
And ain't gonna.
So then, so after we commiserated and like commiserated meaning laughed very hard about these different stories, right? Because then I started pulling up old texts, right, about old conversations, and we were laughing very hard. The next morning, I got up and I got sent a link, a video link,
Mhm.
and she's like, "If this is romance, if this is how you get married, I don't want it."
Mhm.
And it was, I can't think of the name their group right now. I knew it before we started the stream. It's the people who wrote the song "Try Jesus, Don't Try Me."
Toby or Toby. I think his name's Toby. Yeah.
Toby.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Fat. The woman's name is she's fat.
Fat. Yes. Toby and Fat. And it was a video. They used to do these vlogs, or whatever you want to call them. I don't know the difference about how they got together, about their courtship, all the way up to their proposal, and then past that, right? And it's like a there's a two
5 parts.
seasons.
Yeah.
Well, there's two
Whatever.
seasons.
Mhm.
The first season is 5 parts.
Mhm.
And the first season talks about how
Well, no,
they got together.
I could play
Huh?
I play the audio, so
Oh, you want to play the whole thing?
yeah, I'm gonna play the audio. Yeah, so we could break it down in parts, because it comes.
Do you want to do that? Because I don't need to.
Okay, go ahead. I mean, if you don't want to,
I don't need to, just because it's a long video.
it's 8 minutes.
And
So
huh?
it's 8 minutes each one, kind of.
Yep, that's 40 minutes. I ain't got time. So, but what I wanted to say about it, so
we can play the first one and the last one. How about that?
okay.
Yeah, because you needed some context, and they can hear the tone, because that kind of matters. We telling the story, it's not you're not gonna get the same effect as hearing it, because that's the problem. The tone, his tone, kind of sort of. Because I was reading all the comments, and it was like, oh no, she's not gonna be happy. She's gonna do, it was a whole bunch of stuff, based on he doesn't want her. That's basically what it was. Hold on a second.
And that's what she said too. So go ahead, you can play.
All right.
Actually, the first one is
It's the first one that they had the biggest issue with. All right, hold on a second. Put it in. And I'm gonna turn my light, because I want to get some mood light in here, because we talking about love right now.
Jesus
So
Christ,
turn my light.
Lord Jesus, let's put the video on.
How to start this? Tell me, stop doing that. Just tell me how to start.
Fat, you start by saying something about "This is forever twisted."
This is forever twisted. Thank y'all for tuning in.
I just want to be with you. I like the way you do the things you do.
All right, y'all. So we about to tell y'all about how we first met. Our whole story is unlike most boy meets girl stories. So here we go. Is that good?
And began.
So when we first met,
I was live. I was, I was walking in my purpose. I was doing my thing. I was like with God. I was low key like Enoch. Low key just about to be transcended straight up into the heavens with my Lord and Savior. I had just started a nonprofit organization. I had just started Team Guinea. We had just started like the movement to make purpose popular. So I was like on flames. And then Fat had just ran away from Grand Rapids.
So I just came back. Well, not came back. I just got to Houston from Michigan. I had been here not even a year when I met Toby. And I left Michigan just because I just felt like God wanted me to leave. Like it was just nothing happening there. I was gonna get stuck in a box. I'm from the hood. Like
Fat, you trying to make it sound way more spiritual than it was. You talking about
getting into all
God had one.
That's exactly why I didn't say it, because I wasn't getting into.
I was saying you ain't gotta say it, but you don't gotta make it seem like it was just some type of spiritual encounter that made you come to Houston. What happened was something bad happened. You was like, I gotta get up out of here.
But before that, I had always felt like I was supposed to leave, like I wasn't supposed to stay in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was getting on. You just went completely left.
My bad.
Anyway, so I was saying that it wasn't where I was supposed to be, and I knew that, and I felt that. So when I had the chance to go, I up and left to Houston. So I had been in Houston not even a year when I met Toby initially, and we met at Higher D Church. He was doing a young adults event or something.
I was out here serving the people like I usually do, and she seen me shining. First
of all, I met him there, and I didn't really see him
at that.
He thinks, y'all, he really thinks like at that moment I saw him, and I was like, from that moment on. But I didn't really see him at the event. I saw him at the nonprofit.
Let me just be honest with y'all real quick while my hair ain't done. Fat said that her homegirl was like, ooh, there's some daddies in the church.
That was after the church.
There's some daddies in this church.
She definitely did say
that.
Some daddies.
You know what I'm saying? I was just up there serving. It's some daddies in this
First of all,
church.
she definitely did say that, but she said that after like the actual church service, not after that event. So that was a different time. But anyway, he ended up inviting us to his nonprofit meeting. Like, I don't know if it was the next day or like a couple days after or whatever. So we ended up going, and he was up. He was like, leading the meeting, like, getting all the volunteers together and stuff like that. And that's when I saw him. So then when I saw him, I was like, man, I could marry this man. Like, this is, like, I felt like, like he was for me. In that moment, I felt like he was for me. He was like...
I was like, stop.
Not at all.
I was like, you ever seen somebody when they look at you, they be literally like looking all the way into your mouth? Like they look like trying to see like what your tonsils are saying. Like, man, there's a vibration coming from the back of his neck. I'm trying to see what that is.
All right.
Let me show you what it looks like. Let me show you. Fat would like bend the corner and like come back around the corner like this. And I'll be like, hey, stop looking at me like that.
Toby.
All right, but continue. So bottom line is she was like on like,
God. You know how like boy meets girl, like boy find like things, like falls in love, like thinks girl is the one, like he knows instantly, all that stuff. Well, those roles were reversed.
Absolutely.
It was reversed. I was the one that was like, yo, like, you ready?
And hold on. And before y'all think like, dang, what's wrong with him? Nothing. She ain't look nothing like this. Her favorite store was Charlotte Russe.
Ain't nothing wrong with Charlotte Russe, lady.
Ain't nothing wrong with Charlotte Russe.
Right.
If that's what you into, if that's what you into, Charlotte Russe is cool for you. Don't feel bad. Everybody got different seasons. You just gotta know how to do it. You gotta do it right. So Fat was into like bodycon dresses and vest on top of the dresses.
I was here. Let me tell you, when I left Michigan, I was like, I'm in Houston. I'm about to turn up.
She had a bowl cut.
It was. He keeps saying that. I have a bowl cut literally right now. What I had was a pixie cut. And ladies, y'all know what the pixie cut is. It's like when it's cut, it like form your head. It's cute, and then you have like the bangs in front. I had that. I had my little fake Holly Berry going on. He hated that haircut. He said it made my head look big. So yeah, I was, and I was managing Charlotte. Well, I was working for Charlotte Russe at that time. I think I was just.
We can cut this now.
But so I had the hook up. So I was all in there.
Well, the end part is the real part.
He wasn't thinking about it. He wasn't interested at all. He wasn't interested at all.
Keep going, Fat. All right, what happened next?
So, what happened next?
You had two choices. You could either flee from me.
So when he was like, I'm not into you or whatever, he told me.
No. I said you. Like, I don't like you. Stop looking at me like that. I don't like you like that. You are. When somebody look at you in church, you can't say like, "Hey, stop!" Like, get away from me. You got to say something like, "Hey, sis. What up, sis? Come on, sister."
He made it clear.
What up, family? What's going on, family? That's what I hit her with. He
made it clear that he did not look at me like in a romantic way.
Sister of come on, sister in Christ. Come on, all the colloquialisms.
Okay, that was it. And this, I didn't know what a pixie cut was. This is a pixie cut. I had to look it up.
I'm disappointed in you. You should know what a pixie cut is, okay?
I don't care.
All right. That's what your sisters and Christ be wearing.
Yes. Okay. Well, Sisters of Christ, I'm sorry. I didn't pay attention to your pixie cut. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Now I know. I educated myself. You will never get it wrong again. Thank you.
So here's the thing, right? So she sent me that, and she was like very upset. She's like, "This is not, he settled for her. He settled for her." So basically, the story talked about how he first met her. He went into her. And then at some point, like, because they still hung out. They hung out, like they became friends. And then at some point, he was like, there were other people interested in me, but I didn't want to be with these other people. I realized that I actually loved Fat. And that it was supposed to be her, that was supposed to be together. And then he went to her and told her that. And it was like, I think 2 years had passed. if I'm not
because
mistaken.
they got together, and then he didn't feel that way, so they broke up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
But she never wanted to break up. But
yeah,
she accepted the friendship. She took some time off away from him, but she
they
came
dated
back to
other
him.
people. Both of them dated other people.
Yeah.
Process.
Yeah. Um and so people was upset because it was like, this sounds like he settled for you. This sounds like he's like I don't know. I guess perception is perception. That
Mhm.
video, when I first saw it, I didn't think he was being arrogant. I think he was being an asshole. Like he was just fucking with her. Like he
I
was,
think it's the way they interact with each other. Like
yeah, he was
they
just
joke
fucking with
around
her.
with each other, and also
Yeah.
people can't understand. Like, what they don't understand is like he wanted to be 100% honest in talking to people because he stopped her every time he stopped her. Really, was to tell her, okay, tell her truth. That's not the truth. The truth is whatever. And then she explains, say like,
The
all right.
truth is perception. He was wrong
Well,
for
no,
cutting
no.
her off.
There's an order of events. I mean, no. The truth is like if there's something that factually happened, no, this is what happened, and
Well,
then
the Michigan thing wasn't a factual thing. He
it
just
was.
cut
She
her off
said
to
she
be a
did.
jerk.
No, she said
No,
that she was trying to
she.
get away
Well, yeah, but she didn't get to say what she was trying to say because he cut her off.
from. Oh, yeah. He didn't cut.
Right? He was
If
just
you go
being a
back and look
jerk.
at it, they edited it out. It's edited. There people saying that too. Like he cut it. If you go back, it's edited because they'll jump. They they were editing that video. They edited to put certain parts in. So,
Well,
but
either way, his
either
energy is
here or there.
being
No,
like an asshole.
yeah.
I'm an
No, and it
asshole.
was. Yeah.
And I'm an asshole. And like I mess with people because it brings me joy to mess with people. I like to laugh. And he gives that energy. It did not bother me how he was dealing with her. One, because he's not my man. He's her man.
Mhm.
She
Plus, do
knows
you
what
see it
she
as being
got.
malicious? The whole thing you got to ask yourself: did it seem like it was malicious in what he was doing?
Even if it was malicious. Like, okay, here's the thing. Here's one thing I will say. And this is what bothers me about people.
Mhm.
How many relationships, like women, how many men have you dated that you think haven't thought like that? Haven't sat there and ripped you to shreds in their mind?
In their mind.
Oh,
In their mind.
or
Hmm.
better yet, how many times have you talked to your girlfriends and ripped the dude you're talking to shreds? How many times has that happened?
Hmm. Hmm. What's good, Brandon? Brandon Griswold.
Hey, Brandon.
What's up?
How many times have you ripped has that been have you ripped people to shreds? When you're meeting people, that like the thing is, what irks me about this was um she was so upset with the fact that this man was being honest. He was speaking his
100%.
truth.
Yeah. Mhm.
And she wanted this romantic appearance of love. And that's not what love is. And that's what's setting people up in these relationships. That's what's setting us up for failure.
Mhm.
Love is not never saying a negative word about the person. No, you're gonna say some negative shit. Some days you ain't gonna want to be with your partner. Some
Mhm.
days you gonna want to love them, you gonna love them to pieces. And that's what it is. And being honest about where you are with your partner or potential partner is, to me, the ultimate romance.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
So
hmm,
even from the man's standpoint, right? And this is why he said it. I'm just gonna let everybody because if you could go watch, it's called Forever Twisted, our story. It's 5 parts, but towards the end, it was a growing in him the way he looked at love. From his own perspective. He wanted the same thing she wanted. Actually, well, no, he wanted the same thing that other women were talking about. They wanted them butterfly, that romantic, whatever. He wanted to feel that as a man, but he didn't feel that for her. So he said he was telling her no because he didn't feel that way for her. Not that he didn't like her, love her, whatever. He could have loved her, but not that romantic, googly eyes, butterfly love. It's like, okay, I love her. I love her for the person she is, but I don't feel that pull attraction, that attraction for her like that. And he had to go talk to a friend. And this is where what matters is like when we have certain friends in our life, that matters because they can sit you down and tell you, hey, look, you talking crazy, and the friend had to get him right, that type of
well,
love is romanticized. Go ahead. What you say?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
No, no, I was about to say, like, we keep looking at these TV shows and these movies for these ideas of what love is supposed to feel like. It's supposed to feel like this amazing feeling in your stomach and look, there is a moment where that happens, but that ain't love.
That's
That's
dopamine.
lust.
That's dopamine. That's that like adrenaline. That's hormones and stuff.
Yes, it's hormonal. You want like it's just the
Could be
beginning
gas too. You
parts of.
could just have, a little gas or something.
I thought I loved him, and then I farted,
And it was
um,
gone.
and then it just passed on. But it's like we have to acknowledge,
Mm.
and this is and to be honest, to be very honest with y'all, this is something I struggle with because it's like attraction, uh, and and mm, and the long duration, the long run of where attraction takes you, right?
Mm.
Like I've been with people who liked me that I did not
Mm.
like that, right? And in hindsight, it's like, all right, well, if I'm being honest, um, I don't think my taste was the best. The
Mm.
ones I liked, they weren't necessarily winners. I'm not talking about all of them, but I'm talking about some of them. Ex-husband.
And you gotta stupid as hell. But you gotta look at it. And it's just like if majority of women could be honest with themselves, majority of women go through a bad boy stage where they look at guys that is the best, choice long term. Like for right then and there, oh, it's all that. It's like, oh, he's this, he's that, he's so mysterious. He's the man, and everybody like him. And then long term, they turn out to you have a child with that man, turn out to be he ain't
A
so
bad boy.
yeah, he's a bad boy for a reason. Or you trying to build a long-term relation with that person is like it becomes a headache. Then it becomes hatred. So later in your age is when you figure out what you like for yourself or who you are as a person, then you start to grow and you start to see other options. Then you start to see people open up. Like that whole where had blinders on at first, you only can see one person, then it starts to open up like, okay, that's a viable candidate, that's a viable candidate. Look at the character in this man. You start looking at stuff more deeper. And that's where, I think that's what this video is more about versus him being salacious and just down in her like all this woman was saying.
If you're gonna be a basic bitch, you're gonna listen to basic bitch shit, and you never gonna get it. And
Mhm.
those people was never gonna get it. Those people who focused on his tone instead of the message, they were never gonna get it. His energy is very alpha. You can
Mhm.
tell his energy is very alpha. Her energy is very beta, because not because he's a man and she's a woman. It's just their energy.
Mhm.
You could tell when he goes into a room, he commands the space.
Mhm.
The nigga wrote, "Try Jesus, don't try me."
Don't try me. Yeah, exactly.
And
You
y'all
know,
shocked.
but
Like
the
y'all
crazy part
shocked that
about
he's speaking his mind.
it, I seen comments of women with like Christian based comments and stuff talking about, God don't want nothing like this. Like, okay, God designed, if you're into Christianity and all that stuff, right? If you say you have faith, you believe that a woman was made from a man, the rib of a man. So her purpose is to be with this man. So she's playing her role as his woman. She's not supposed to outshine her man if that's what she believes. So I
Well, I
mean,
mean, outside of that, like, if you're like these so-called Christians
mm,
are showing that they need to go back to church and figure things out, because one thing you don't do is get involved with married. They're married.
yeah, they're married.
They're
Yeah.
married different. They're married, and you're saying I'm a Christian, and you're casting judgment and fault. So
And most of them was single. I'm like, what? If that is married, I don't want to be married. If that's what married look like, what? You with your single ass gonna judge somebody? Oh, it's not gonna last long. How you gonna say that?
let me
He
say
doesn't
this.
love her. What?
Let me say this. Like, let me say, let's assume he does love her, right? And that's what his love looks like.
Hmm.
A lot of people are getting involved with these ideas of what love looks like, and they are getting with these charlatans. I'll use the big word,
Look at it,
charlatans,
charlatans. Look at it. Let me see. Can I put that word up? Let me spell it and put it up. So that's the word.
charlatans.
Hey, that's the word for the
Word
day.
for
For
the
sure.
day,
Y'all go
charlatan. These
charlatan.
hoes that know that they can get you by making you feel like this is a romance story.
Hmm.
And then once they get you hook, line, and sinker, the romance starts to stop and the reality starts to sink in. And you're like, wait, Maybe if I do this, I'll get the romance back. Maybe I'll do this, and you're always chasing the high that
You're always
love.
chasing that high. Like crack. That type of love is like crack.
Yeah, pretty much is. And it, like honestly, I didn't see anything wrong with what he said. He just had ego, and that's just what it is. She saw something in him,
Mhm.
and what she saw in him, I mean, look what she saw. It'd be different if this dude was just like this homeless person on the street still, and she's like, "Well, I'm holding out, man." Look what she saw. This dude's creating a movement.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And you got to understand too, just like her friend told her, which we failed to say, but she talked to her friend also, and it was like he told you the truth when it was uncomfortable to tell. Basically, I don't want you. I don't see you that way. That was the truth. So when he came back around and say, you know what, I want to be with you. Like I feel this way. I want to be with you because I grew up whatever. He told you the truth when it wasn't whatever. So why would you think he's telling you a lie now?
and so that happened when, well, I was going to get to that part. That
Okay.
happened towards the end when he finally came to her and said, "Look, I like you."
Mhm.
And she just didn't believe it because all this time she's been loving him from afar,
Mhm.
and he's just been pushing her away. So the time came when he was like, "Look, this is who, I want to have this relationship with you." She just couldn't believe it. And that's when her friend gave her that valuable advice. And here's like my thing is this. And do you need to have somebody? He wasn't tearing her down. The
Mm-mm.
truth does not tear you down. The truth is just the truth.
Only well, it does if you have a certain mindset, it does.
What do you mean?
If, huh?
What do you mean?
Well, if you have a certain mindset, like you think everything is supposed to be positive, like you know, everything is
Yeah,
not
yeah, but
positive.
that's
You have to be
that's a
willing to see.
you problem.
Yeah, and that's you problem. I'm not saying it's his problem. I'm saying that's you
Okay.
problem. Yeah, yeah. But you gotta understand that we are not perfect. We're humans. We have good and bad, and you have to be willing to hear your bad and accept that, or the bad portion of whatever this person is telling you, accept it, and either yes, I could see that in myself and acknowledge it, or I say that's not the truth and tell them why it's not the truth or how you feel ain't truth. Y'all could discuss that, but the whole thing is that it's not a tear down. It's a criticism from a person's point of view that he cares about her. I mean, I don't,
It's not a criticism.
it's
It's his
his
perspective.
perspective. His perspective, yeah.
Now, how you take his perspective, that's on you. That's
Mhm.
you know how many people I've had tell me that like, "Oh, I would mess with you if you weighed less,"
Mhm.
or "You're so pretty if you grew your hair," or "if you didn't have it natural," or just different random shit. How much of that landed with me? None, because it didn't affect me. That's their problem. That's not mine.
Mhm. And
That's
plus,
it.
that's superficial too. I mean, you got to look at the how deep it is. That's not deep at all.
Nigga, y'all allowed to be wrong if y'all want. Some people bet on red, but some people bet on black.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to
Yeah.
you if you win. That's not my problem. My problem is my thing is this. One, I never had a problem with those people because I've always appreciated honesty. I
Mm-hmm.
ain't trying to chase nobody who don't want me. I ain't trying to get with nobody who don't want me, be it whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, if it hits you and it hurts, that's something you're gonna have to fix with you. They got shit to do with that person. You feel like you're fat. You feel like something's wrong with your hair. You feel like you're too dark. You feel like these things. It don't hurt. Like if I touch your arm and your arm is fine, you won't feel anything. You won't feel any pain. But if there's already a piece of some pain there and I touch it, I'm just making that pain worse.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's
You
happening.
have to see why that pain is there.
Well, that's the next step. But you have to identify where the pain comes from. And the pain comes from you. It doesn't come from what people highlight them highlighting it is still you. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank period. Hold on. Oh, you put it up. Yay.
Ready
Charlatan.
to show. Okay. We teaching folks today.
What? Educated. Um, so like the thing I wanted to say was it's like, and I'm guilty, right? On some level I'm guilty of it. Um well, I'm guilty of a different thing. I got intimacy issues. I already told y'all this, but like I'm not guilty of looking at this person and having them tell me the truth and me being upset with it. Actually, I'm kind of counter guilty of that because I'm like, oh, you don't like me? Dope. Let's go out and get some drinks. Like on the other side. But honesty is hard to find when you're looking for partners.
Mm,
And I don't want to deal with somebody who's telling me everything I want to hear.
mm.
I
Yeah,
just
because
want the truth.
how do you know? I mean, if you're telling everything you want to hear, how do you know they're genuine? Because
You lost. I lost.
everything is okay. I don't want to see whatever's whatever you got going on over there. I don't want to see. I don't. Mm-mm. Um.
Look, mind your business.
Anyway, if somebody's telling you everything you want to hear, how do you know they're being genuine? Right. Everything is not going to be perfect. I'm sorry, and you
Mm-mm.
got to understand that. So if somebody's telling you everything you want to hear, you need to look at them sideways. Like, okay, where is he
Yeah.
coming from? Where is she coming from?
I don't stop me if I told you this story. So, because I was going to start with the easiest, the low hanging fruit one, which
Mhm.
is to tell you the story of a woman doing that. But I think I want to tell you a story of a man doing it.
Okay.
Right? Because I'm like, how many men do it and how do they do it? Right?
Mhm.
So, this is a guy I actually used to talk to, and then we became friends.
Mhm.
We went on a trip together, and he ended up meeting this chick, pretty beautiful woman, beautiful. They
Mhm.
go take it to the back room
Mhm.
for a little private time. They go to the back room, and we're all out. It's a group of us all out. It's daytime, and we have tapas.
Mhm.
Tapas is small dishes that everybody just eats off of. So it's like a little bit, a lot of things.
Mhm.
So everybody have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and that's your meal. So I don't like tapas. Not because of the food itself. I don't like the idea of multiple people putting their hands in food. It bothers me. So that being said, uh the guy comes out, the girl comes out, and the guy comes out, and then the girl and the other girls leave. And now he's commiserating with his people, including me, like, but the rest of them are guys. So I'm the only girl there. And he's like, yo, she was so sexy, she was so this, and we had sex. And oh no,
Oh,
I was
oh,
supposed
jeez.
to tell you the story.
Oh.
I ain't supposed to tell y'all the rest of the story. Oh, it's like too much. It's too much. All right, let me try to clean it up. So, they were doing it, they were playing the horizontal tango,
Mhm.
and he decided to keep his perfect score of pulling out, and he had to put it somewhere, and he put it on her. Right. And she was like, she was so sexy. She was so excited. And she was just rubbed it on her. And she was like, oh, muy guapo. I love this. Me and Cante. Uh, and, and the guys are like, oh man, that's hot. That's hot. That's hot. And I'm like, oh, really? Is it hot? And he's like, Nicole, you always gotta be a wet blanket. I'm like, what? I'm just asking a question.
He
Is
wet the
that hot?
blanket, so I mean,
Huh?
he wet the blanket, so why you worry about you?
No, like, is that hot? Because I saw you go into the bathroom when you were done, and I heard the shower for you. I saw her walk back in
Just clean
here,
out. Just
put her hands in those nuts
oh
that
god,
everybody
oh
else
god,
put their
oh
hands
oh
in afterwards.
oh god. And I saw y'all sit there and grab nuts, eat nuts too. So y'all had nuts on top of nuts on top of nuts.
I said, you know what? That is sexy.
Ugh. And you can
And
ruin that
then everybody just looked at me like I was the problem.
because you
Brother,
telling the truth. Because you want to tell the damn truth. You done ruin the fantasy of everybody. Um, if Fuck Up a Wet Dream was a person, Nicole, you're it. There you go, you're it.
here's the picture. Like I'm a wet dream. You don't understand how they didn't talk to me for like at least an hour. Nobody.
They probably sitting
And
there trying to see this what he's doing.
I'm gonna go brush my teeth. Too late.
Anybody got any scope, any dentine, like ice scum or whatever? I need some ice.
And you know me, okay? You know I did a full victory lap and a half.
And kept on talking about it. Oh, I wonder if the sperm was jumping from nut to nut or what.
And I was like, you know what? Because somebody was like,
Can't
Nicole,
taste the
leave it
salt
alone. I
because
said, you're right.
it's salty, so you can't taste the salt in the nuts. That's not salt. Did it taste extra salty?
They was like, Nicole, leave it alone. I said, you know, right? This is nuts. I should shut up.
This is real nuts. Oh God.
Nobody touched them nuts again, though. The nuts mysteriously ended up in the trash can.
Yeah. Bar nuts is the worst, y'all. Leave them alone. Yeah.
And so I feel like that's a better. I can tell you many stories of women who will sit there and tell you how this man was everything, and then their credit got fucked up, their money got stolen. You know, I feel like that's low hanging fruit. But to tell you how men go when they want to romanticize the situation, I think that was even better.
Yeah, it was because it does. It speaks. That's the truth. You know, men they do it based on sexual gratification, based on the what you call. Women do it better based on emotions, based on oh, this is just like a movie. Dude's just like a porno. You know, it's two different things. You know, oh, that was great. It's like a porno. Oh, geez.
I guarantee in the porno they don't let them put their hands in the nuts.
Nah. Actually, ain't no food around. Ain't no nuts around. They no.
And the irony is, it was nuts. I was like,
yeah,
because I'm sitting here in the back watching. I'm like, and then I'm looking at everybody else like, nobody gonna say nothing. Oh, they just gonna throw it away. Oh, okay, he about to go walk and throw it. Oh, he grabbed. Oh, he put it in his mouth.
Then afterwards, what they did it like they did that nasty potato salad for Thanksgiving or something like that. They just put it face
down. It was worse because it was like, and I thought, I'm serious, you don't understand. Okay, look, they talk. I forget which one's the blue pill, which one's the red pill. I think the red pill is the truth.
Red pill is truth. Red pill.
Okay. Like, you have no idea how hard it is when you live in a reality where you're always looking for the truth, even if the truth makes you look bad, right?
Yeah. You feel crazy. It makes you feel crazy, actually, because nobody else sees it, and you sitting there like, wow, why?
This chick clearly didn't wash her hands. Clearly. And she walked around and she gave everybody, because in Spain they do like the double kisses. I'm like, oh no.
No.
But nobody did. And I'm like, okay, well,
doing the Matrix and everything, trying to get away from it.
It's just me. And then I heard the story and I'm like, yo, and I was waiting for somebody to throw up or somebody to be like, oh my God, I ate the nuts. Nobody said anything about that. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just crazy. And I must make them crazy. And I think, like, here's the thing. Let's say I hadn't have been an asshole and I said it earlier on. You think they would have went for those nuts?
No, they wouldn't have. They would have bypassed it.
So why can't we treat relationships like that? Like, these people are telling you stuff, whether it's meant for my own entertainment, which that was meant for my own entertainment.
That's why he's mad at you, because you could have said something earlier. Damn it, it was the timing. That's what the problem was. You let me get those nuts in my mouth, and it was extra salty. Damn it.
To be fair, I just knew he's about to throw it out. Like the first one, now the second, third, and fourth one, that's on me. I'll give you that. That's on me. But I just didn't want one person to go down. And then on top of that, I'd be like,
shared
not for nothing. Well, but not for nothing. Dudes be nasty. So I don't know what they're okay with. I don't know.
No, we ain't okay with that. No.
I've heard stories.
Nowhere heterosexual men, I'm going to say this, heterosexual men is okay with eating nuts with nuts on top of it. No, we don't.
It's just flavoring.
No, it's not just flavoring. No, there's children on them nuts now. No, it's not good. No. No.
So, but then here's the question, right? How do you maintain, like, because, like, I get it on some level. Like, I get I'm a curmudgeon. I like the idea of being romance. I like the idea of it. I just like the comfort and reality better, right? Or, like, for guys, I like, it sounds great that she's a dirty girl, But what happens when she really is a dirty girl? Like, to me, it's like, how do you, I don't know, how do you keep things sexy? How do you live in the truth and still progress forward?
So we
Like,
just
which state of that?
we just came up like so we just have the whole thing the way the woman looks at it, the way the man looks at it. They do the same thing, and I'm just seeing this. They just put the bullshit out their head. The shit they don't think about, they put it out. Oh yeah, she's a dirty girl. But is she a dirty girl? No, nah. She's a dirty girl for me. That's the now I'm delusional at this point. I'm delusional because yeah, that's just for me. She don't do this to nobody else. I'm special. And we know how the woman looks. How it looks for a woman, but this is how it looks for a man. Oh.
That idea that she don't do it for nobody. You know how many guys I've talked to, because I have a lot of guy friends, and they'll be like, Nicole, she did this, and and that was unique. I'm like, was it unique? So what about you makes
It's
this
another
so
Friday
unique?
night, damn it. It's just another Friday night.
And look, here's the thing. So I think, like, there was this guy, the realest conversation I ever had, like, to me, the most honest conversation. He was like, because I did the same shitty stuff that I normally do, where I'm like pointing out things, right? And he was like, why would I don't want a virgin. I want somebody with experience. So I don't think she's experienced stuff just with me. She's done it with other people, and I have no problem with that. I'm like, what? So
that's a man who's faced reality, that understands the world and everything that happens, all the interactions between men and women. Understand
living
life.
in their reality. Absolutely living in their reality. And I think that's true. And like what people got mad at was the fact that Fat was living in her reality. And her reality was, originally he didn't want her. Be it for whatever reason, he didn't want her. But it also could be that he was trying to save her the pain of dealing with him when he wasn't fully formed to that. Right. Our truths exist in
because guys will do that, and women will miss that all day long. They will tell you in the beginning who they are, what they want, and whatever, and you will see that and be like, okay, I could change him. That's what usually happens. Okay, once he get with me, it's going to be different. No, this is who this person is.
Yeah, and you got to accept. I mean, you don't have to accept it, but what's the alternative? Again, I just don't see a world where you got a girl just gagging on it and being like, oh, don't nobody enjoy that shit. Okay, and that's the reality. Like, and if they do,
no, some women love pornos too. Come on now, that's not.
I'm not saying they don't love pornos. I'm just saying, like, I started to make a loose statement. Let me fix that. Enjoying sex is not a problem, right? Have some kind of realistic conversation with yourself about, because if you like, here's the thing: if you're looking for something that's long term, men, whether or not she enjoys pornos may be a deciding factor in that, but should it be the only deciding factor?
I don't think it should be the hold the most weight either. I don't think that should hold the most weight.
It's not my job to judge what men decide and what they choose to hold the most weight. I'm just saying, if it is, should it be alone?
No.
You can say it shouldn't be the deciding factor. No, I'm not a man.
Yeah, okay. No, it shouldn't be. No, that's why you got men that my baby mama ain't shit, my baby mama, but she was
guarantee she was great in bed.
Go 3000. She was doing it. She was doing it, and you was loving it then. But now it's a problem. She's always been this person. Stop it.
Did you? There's this girl. I can't think of her name. I think her name is Brittany something. She was
Brittany
Reiner. So she did, and I meant to send this to you. She did interview with Via TV. I tell you, the interview was so fucking entertaining.
She's
She's
charismatic.
Yeah,
but and that's why she gets over, and she's pretty. That's why she gets over.
Yeah, she's a beautiful girl, but I don't feel like she's getting over. I feel like getting over implies that everybody's eyes aren't open.
Oh, but it has no. Okay, so she's got to the point she is. She had that baby by that guy because she got over. Everybody knows who she is now. Everybody knows who she is.
Everybody knew before then.
Well, he didn't know. whatever. But
Is that
yeah,
his fault?
the evidence was there. That's his fault. Now, I'm not saying it's not her. I'm not saying it's her fault. That's not what I'm saying. It's his fault for not doing his homework. But she was on major whatever. Oh Jesus, no,
Hey,
no.
no, but no. According to her, you gotta put both sides out of there. And here's the thing. Here's my thing. I'm inclined to believe her because she ain't trying to make herself look good. Did you see all 15 clips?
No. Okay. Let's. So the thing, before you say what you're about to say, let's say that she wrote a book. She's
write a
on,
book.
huh?
She did write a book.
Okay. Also,
Okay.
she's on. She was. It's verified. There's a video of her saying this. Yeah, y'all go for the athletes because they're dumb. They're dumb.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
if
she did say
somebody
that.
knows what they're doing, right? If they know what they're getting into, they're doing this to try to get something from this person. Am I gonna feel some kind of way when you get what you want and that shit ain't what you want? You went after this. This boy was 17 when you started messing with this boy. He was.
Oh no, I agree.
Okay,
And
so
but she also says that too.
okay.
She
I didn't hear
doesn't
that part.
like. She
I didn't
says
hear
she messed. Like she had to stand on the fact that she made that statement. She has to stand on the fact of what had happened. Like she's not pointing the fingers, but she did say that he had cheated on her, and he kicked her out when she was 7 months pregnant. She did say that. Now
Okay.
again, three sides to the story.
Short.
But she did play a video of her cussing him out, like an audio recording of her cussing him the fuck out about a post he put. And she was like, "This was and for her part in it, she's like, he didn't make me do anything. She's like, this is me. Like I had to take ownership of what happened with him was my fault. Like we weren't supposed to be together. It was toxic. She takes ownership. And hate what you want. Like I like just like women hated the way he said what he said to Fat. Men hate what Brittany says, but is she lying?
Okay, which part of it? Because the thing is,
A lot of it.
so.
The basketball players, they go raw dog. They raw dog a lot of them.
No, I don't. Yeah, I have no problem with her saying that because it's the truth, right? No problem. Yeah. My problem is what she's saying now to try to clean it up. The whole thing where I'm about to put you, Rocky. I'm about to put you what you call on in a second after I make this point. My problem is that people are talking about her and she's starting to feel pressure, right? And she's an influencer, so she needs to get people to, get people to see her in a better light so she can make money.
No, that's how she makes her money.
What?
She makes her money off of contention.
But no. Also, look, the other part of it is that I don't think no dude's messing with her now, right? I don't think nobody's messing with her. So that is the issue. That's the issue. Yeah.
She still got dudes sliding in her DMs.
And I don't know. He does not argue otherwise, and she threatens him with receipts all the time.
There's some hood shit happening.
Yeah,
they're
there's
going back
something
and
going
forth.
on. Yeah. And I saw that too. Yeah, I saw that too. But I mean,
but my thing is,
argue with her either. I mean, why?
Well, here's the thing.
You're feeding the beast. Why would you argue? Why would you give it an intention?
Let me say it like this. She clearly had feelings for him because if she only came there for a child support check, I would have just walked away. Like, it don't matter what he say. Oh, she's a low down dirty bitch, right? Make sure them checks come every month. She clearly had feelings for him. And so you can't be mad for her pointing out the hypocrisy. You can't be mad for her pointing out, hey, how to get ahead, how to do these things. Is she lying?
No. I'm not saying that part of it. I'm not saying she's lying. Of course, he's stupid. Like I said, I don't even fault her for what she's getting. I don't fault her for being in the position she's in. I don't fault her for having that baby for him, because if I was a woman and he was being stupid too.
Okay, that's not why she did it.
No,
this is a decision both parties
when he was 17 years old, Nicole. Come on now.
Oh no. I think anybody who does that is wrong.
No, but I'm saying it's an agenda. It's an agenda. No, it's not about love. Think about it. That's not about love.
She had feelings for him. I think she had just as much had feelings for him as an old man has feelings for his little young thing.
Nicole, I want you to go back and look at it. She went to this boy's high school games. She knows he's going to the NBA, right? These women that go to these guys, the hotel these guys stay in, you know these women, right? You know what they do. They go to hotels to
Oh, I'm not saying that she didn't take a
she
full
take advantage. That's what
advantage
I'm
of the
saying. So
situation.
I'm talking about she took advantage. It was not love in the beginning. That was not love. Maybe she grew to love him,
Oh, I'm sure it wasn't.
but I'm talking
Don't
about in the
prejudice
very
love.
beginning.
Let me be clear.
Quick.
Before, because I don't want people to think I'm pro this, period. I'm not pro anybody messing with a 17-year-old. I'm not pro any, like, honestly, I have I just had a discussion about this when we talk about grooming people. I'm not pro this, be it a woman, an older woman with a younger man, or an older man with a younger woman. I'm not pro this at all. That being said, we're just discussing the idea that she actually, Marcus Houston messed with her way before she was
Yeah, I
19.
think it was before that. Now that's a problem too. I have a problem with that also. That Marcus
I
Houston.
think she was like 16.
Yeah, 16. I think. Yeah, 16 or 17, something like that. But
No, she
still,
was 16 because 17 is when they made it, because it was 17
they
legal
made it
age.
official. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He knew about it. He knew about a year before that.
Or Kylie Jenner and the other dude,
Yeah,
Travis Scott.
Tiger.
Tiger. Okay, sorry, Travis. You got enough problems.
Yeah, don't do it. Yeah,
My
he's
bad.
trying to keep from paying that. Yeah, she was 16.
Oh, so like, I don't want to touch that part of it, right? Because the grooming part, she's definitely guilty of that.
Yeah, she was growing on
right?
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's called grooming. What she did was grooming. She's in a position. She's 7 years older than that man.
Still talking about Marcus Houston. Yeah.
Marcus Houston. Yeah. So I'm not talking about that component of it, but what I'm saying is everything else that she had said, like, and I don't follow her on Instagram. She's not the person I follow. Actually, I kind of, from the conversation, I kind of wanted to follow her because at least she lives in her truth. And I think that's the bare minimum we should give to ourselves, the ability to live in our absolute truth. Not what we want to believe about ourselves, not whatever. Like I just had a conversation with my friend, and he was talking about like death penalty and other stuff, and he was talking about gray areas. And I was telling him a story, allegedly, about me, allegedly, that could have or could not have happened.
Trying to kill him.
Oh no, that was hilarious. No, there's another story that could have or could not have happened. And I said, but the truth be told, I was wrong. I was wrong in the situation where we were talking about self-defense and whatever. Basically, this person showed up to my place, didn't know, she shouldn't have known where I lived. Right? So for me, that's where it was for me. Like the fact that she showed up to my place, anything could have happened. That was unsettling.
Yeah.
Right? But when she walked away, I should have let her walk away. Right. And that's what happened. That's when I was wrong. And so I was talking to him about it, and he was like, you're gonna try to tell me that you make excuses for yourself? No, I'm not. I'm not. Why would I need to make excuses for myself? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's what it is. She still got them hands though.
But you knew you was wrong and give it. She was wrong.
That's it. Point blank, period. And so at least, like, and that's what I'm saying about Brittany.
Two wrongs got this right and it's left. So
wrong. And maybe you won't show up at my place no more. But with Brittany, the same thing is like, all right, can it exist in the world where she's being truthful and problematic? Absolutely. But she didn't write this world. She's just been playing by the rules. I was wrong. Like by the letter of the law, when she walked away, she posed no threat.
She posed no threat. And if you did something, she would have died. If she would have died in the process, you was going to jail, and that's what we need to realize.
Yes,
it was legally wrong. It was legally wrong. Anytime she doesn't pose a threat and you engage with somebody, they're leaving. They're leaving the situation. You should not engage. Legally, that's what they're going to tell you when you're in jail and you're trying to fight for your life, like R. Kelly, fight for my life.
Oh Lord. Sorry, I missed the last one.
Oh, you said she walked away.
Oh, she walked away. Yeah, she walked away. Now had she like up to a certain point, but that's the point of that statement is to say Brittany can be hating her is not gonna help you understand the truth. You want to get to you want to know better? Know some of these chicks that you be looking at. If you a 2 and she a 10, she only with you because of your money and your status.
Yep. No,
And
I
that's
agree. I mean,
okay.
I don't think about hating. Like, you shouldn't hate her, and I agree with that point. I'm not saying to hate somebody because of whatever. That what they did is what they did. If you heard about that, it touches your nerve. You need to look at yourself and your life and what's wrong with you. That's the
Boom.
problem. But she's a person. She's an avatar for whoever you used to deal with, or you all are dealing with. That got you upset. But
Yeah. But take her information and learn from it. Learn from it and be like, all right, well, maybe, because here's the thing, like what she's saying, she ain't said nothing that other people ain't said. Superhead wrote a book.
or thinking. So
But I mean, Superhead named names,
drop names. Yep.
all of them. Brittany wrote a book that didn't name names but gave situations. All you had to do was Google her. You would have seen as this is what she did. So
And then stay
what
away.
made you think you were special? Or just walk in with your eyes open. Don't stay away. Maybe that's the kind of thing you need in your life. Don't stay away, but make sure you understand what you walked into. Don't be mad when you got the result and you find out that you're not special.
Well, I'm gonna say, and this is why I say stay away. By her video saying that they're stupid, she already come into the situation with a bad idea. You fit
Well, I mean,
the archetype
them.
for every, what's it?
She said them. She didn't say you. It wasn't like she pointed him out in particular.
Okay,
She said basketball players.
But he's a basketball player. He's an athlete, and that's what she think about.
But that's my point.
Hmm?
That's my point. He thought he was special, and he found out he was just like the perception, like the others to her.
Yeah, but that's why I said stay away. I'm talking about from the men. For him, it should have been a stay away situation, knowing the information, because this is how she thinks. You already know up front. All information.
I'm saying that, Willie, but I will say that she said this. She said that he was cheating on her. He wanted her to close her. Like, she stopped posting. She stopped making money. She stopped doing all this stuff to help her own self, right? Because of him and his needs. And then he kicked her out when she was 7 months pregnant, right? Not saying I don't know how he kicked her out, but what I do know is if he asked her to stop posting and stop doing stuff and stop making money for herself, then she became somebody that had to be dependent on him.
Yeah, but
to me, that's wrong.
No, it's okay. So this is not wrong. I'm gonna tell you why it's not wrong. Because she had an agenda, right? She clearly had an agenda. She clearly had an agenda because she went and she groomed him. She groomed him and she followed through. So when he said, "Don't do this," right? Or, "I'm gonna live off this man's money and I could just chill and do whatever else," that was part of her agenda. You think she want to be out here making her own money? No. If she did, she wouldn't have been going after this 17-year-old.
I'm not saying that she didn't say, "Hey," I'm not saying that she didn't say, "Hey, I'm not a fool. I'm gonna get with this dude money." I'm not saying she didn't realize her situation, but what I'm saying is, what independent of what she was trying to do, he still has a part he plays in it, and the part he played in is kicking his child's mother, who was 7 months pregnant with his child, out of his house. And when she didn't have anyone.
I agree with that, but everything up until that point, right, was all her. Everything up to that point was all her.
I'm fine with that.
They didn't even stay in the same city. She took flights out there to see this boy at high school games. Come on now.
She's like,
that's the lie. That's the lie she built. Would you say?
You got the spirit.
Yeah. Go, boo. I mean, come on. I mean, that's the thing. She built her life on this lie that he believed at 17. So as time go on, this man is becoming a young man, a man, whatever, getting to his manhood. He starts to see women that act just like that. And I'm not making an excuse for him, because him kicking his woman out. Did they get married? I don't know if they got married or not.
They didn't get married. They were supposed to.
Because she said it was marriage. So she lied at that. Because but he kicked out with the child. It's not okay. He should have made sure that's his child. It's still his child. But I don't agree with that. But the thing is that based on him being hurt and emotional, whatever, we don't know how he grew up or whatever and how his emotions, but he has emotions. So based on that, we don't know what went on between them that he said, okay, damn, or somebody. Think about this in the locker room, right? Oh, you would old girl, you a girl. She said you stupid, and and he sees a clip. Maybe he didn't see that clip before they showed it to him. He sees a clip saying he's stupid. Now, okay, I'm gonna show who's stupid. You understand? So it's so many ways that this could
That's dumb.
backfire on her. What'd you say?
Did you put the post that Rocky put up about the financial abuse? Because that's true.
I'm putting it up.
That's absolutely true. I mean, like, yes, you're right. He's
Okay,
human. He's allowed to make mistakes. Sorry.
So this what it is, right? If he did that knowing, if it's financial abuse, he did that knowing, like if I know I'm gonna get rid of you and I'm gonna kick you out, and I tell you to depend on me, yeah, that's financial abuse. We don't know how long a period. What you saying, Nova?
Financial abuse can exist without him knowingly doing it. Subconsciously, you can do it. Like if I hit you with my car, just because I didn't mean to hit you, don't mean you didn't get hit. Just because he didn't willfully mean to say I'm going to abuse my financial status doesn't mean financial abuse still didn't occur. It doesn't need him to acknowledge it to happen for it to happen.
Okay, so if she's abusing him, if she started abusing him first, right? Okay, so we could throw these terms back and forth. She started,
but we already agreed what she did was grooming.
Okay, but what I'm saying is,
but two wrongs can exist in the same. I can be an alcoholic and you can be a wife beater, and we can exist
that's
in the
true.
same situation.
What I'm saying about this financial abuse, so how I perceive financial abuse, right? I'm going to set you up, put you in a certain situation, knowing I'm going to take that and use that to manipulate you, or use that to knowingly that I'm going to use this to keep you from doing certain things so I can control you and manipulate you, right? That's where I see that financial abuse at, versus maybe, once again, we talking about the whole span of the life of the relationship, whatever, right? Saying that
it was a short life
because it was a short life, but I'm saying 17 to what is 23?
Was it? There was an hour, huh?
Huh? What?
It was an hour, huh?
He started messing when he was 17.
But he's 23 now.
Okay, and see, the beating your wife is something totally different than financial abuse. It's not the same thing. You physically putting your hands on somebody, and what I'm talking about, like I said, knowing you're knowingly doing that. Okay, we're getting off subject. We're going into abuse.
Well, but no, she's saying what I'm saying. Like financial abuse.
I'm gonna concede with what you said.
Like what she's saying. She's just saying what I'm saying. Like abuse, whether you meant to do it or not, it's still abuse.
Okay.
If it's financial abuse, it's still financial abuse. And he may have grown up being taught that. And so, like, it's not. I'm not saying that he did it intentionally, but whether he intentionally did it, the result is still the result.
So my thing is, because we know she was wrong in whatever she did, she was wrong, right? What if he woke up one day and saw her for what she was, and is like, you know what? I'm gonna stop being.
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. Like it's still financial abuse. I'm not saying he shouldn't have. Okay. I'm not saying what he did was the wrong thing to do or the right thing to do. Okay. But I am putting a label to it.
Okay.
What we felt like he needed to do is what he felt like he needed to do. But we have to put a label to it. That's what it is. If you bring me a situation where a husband hit his wife, I'd call it abuse. And then if you tell me, well, if the wife hit him first, would you still call it abuse? Absolutely. Now both of them are abusing each other.
Yeah, both are abuses. Yes, and that's true.
So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that there's not context behind the conversation. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, no matter how much context is behind it, there's a name for it. And the name that what he was doing as far as the money was in a position of power financially, and he willfully used wielded that power when it deemed fit for him to do so. Mm-hmm. Whether it was in his best interest or not, that's not my call to make. There's just a name for it.
So this was gonna happen, right? When guys start to hear this type of stuff, this type of talk, you know what? I'm not gonna get with no woman that has less money than me, and because she's gonna call me a financial abuser. So you know what?
I hope so. Making it hard for me. You getting with these broke bitches.
But I'm just saying how this becomes, because we know anything that gets thrown on a black man sticks. So I'm just saying this is Go ahead.
You have to live in a world where you understand that men like that. I've been on dates where guys have gotten upset with me when they found out I couldn't afford it.
No, and I'm not saying it doesn't. What I'm saying is I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm not negating that. What I'm saying is that we can't call every situation. The situation where this man has been used, right? He's been used, and maybe he woke up like she was a predator. She was a predator. So at what
Absolutely.
point,
and he was a
point?
financial abuser.
Oh, okay. All right.
Those two worlds can exist. You're absolutely right. He was. And I agree.
And I agree with that. That's what I'm saying. You know, but I'm just saying, I say that verbalize it so anybody come along can hear that, so they can understand that. Because if you're going to be called some kind of abuser because you have a human emotion and you say, you know what, I'm not doing this no more because, you know, you're using me. You use me. I'm not doing this no more. And I stop. Oh, you're abuser. You're a financial abuser. You can't play victim when you're trying to do something against somebody. I mean, this is a slippery slope. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well,
those terms
when you participate, like I'm not gonna. I hear you, but I'm not gonna make him out to be like a victim in this situation because he knew when he walked in, be it 17, be it 18, whatever the case may be. Yes, I give you the grooming part. He knew when he asked her to stop what she was doing that he became the sole breadwinner. I don't know what other conversations he had with her. I don't know if it's true, if they talked about getting married. I don't know none of that other stuff. I do know if he had this conversation with her to stop what she was doing, then he became the sole breadwinner, and then it became financial abuse.
And that's what I'm talking about, Rocky. You cannot, like, if you build something, it context matters. When you talk about somebody that did something wrong to get themselves in a certain situation, like if
no, she's saying opposite to you. She's trying to understand why you're justifying his bad behavior.
I'm not justifying. No.
It kind of seems that
that's what I said. How did we just justify his poor behavior, but not her bad behavior?
No, how did we just what? She's like, what? How are we justifying his poor behavior?
Okay.
But not her. Like she's saying, like in the reverse.
Okay.
And then she'll let us know if I'm wrong. But
it matters. Like context matters. Oh, okay. All right.
We got to start calling people out for everything.
In legal, it does matter because there's a point of, just like what you said, you were wrong, right? She showed up at your house, right? If she showed up at your house and then she walked in your house and did something, that's one answer. If she turned around, walked away, and you engaged, that's another answer. Context and the way things happen matter.
But let me ask you a question. Would like if I had to go to court for 3 scenarios, right? Her walking in my house, me whooping her ass. Her walking to my door, knocking my door, and walking away, me whooping her ass, or her hold on, who's the third one? Fuck. Hold on, who am I walking on? I just know I whipped her ass in all 3 scenarios. Or
you going outside
or me just seeing her and whipping her ass.
Yeah, whipping ass. It's 3 different.
If I went to court for the first, the third one, if I went to court for the third one, and like the one where she walked in my house,
two of them out the 3.
How much would I be wrong? Would I be going to jail for the same time?
Probably not. But the thing is, it's 2. Okay,
that's my point.
But no, that's not the point. You have 3 different scenarios, right? Your actions the same.
I'm not going to go to jail. But one of them not.
One of them you're not. But I'm saying that's why context matters. The way the story sets up, the way the context is, that matters. And your ass not going to jail or not, right? And that's what I'm saying about this.
Yes. But I'm saying I'm going to jail. But I think we're going in the same direction. I'm saying in the situation where I whip her ass after she walked away, or I just whipped her ass in the street, which one would I get less time for doing?
We don't know because it's based on judge. We really don't know that.
But we can't say like that. Just in general, jury wise,
possibly her coming to your house. Possibly her coming to your house and you doing what you did would get less time. Possibly,
right? But there's a better chance than the other one, right? What I'm saying is, culpability matters. Having a hand in something matters. Yes, if we're talking about right and wrong, what she did was wrong, right? Grooming happened, right? That's culpable. If it just ended there, that's all we can sit there and say. She groomed this man. She did she took advantage of this guy and whatever. But then he did his stuff. And this stuff it doesn't exist in a vacuum. One didn't bring the other. He was.
Yes, it did. If she wasn't there, it wouldn't have happened. If she didn't lie to this man and groom this man to be whatever, She took advantage of this man, right? What if a man? Let's flip it around. Let's say a man did this to a woman, right? We have a case. Listen, we have a case right now, right, where a man sexually assaulted this woman. The man did something to this woman, and she turned around and killed him. They're trying to make this woman serve time when she was a victim.
I'm not saying that.
It's the
We're
same.
still talking about culpability.
Okay, but it was the same thing. If you're a victim of somebody's crime, right, and you react to that in a certain way, once again,
Yeah, but you're assuming that he reacted to her grooming him, and that's not the case.
And you're assuming it didn't happen. And that's the thing. You know, I'm saying it still can happen. Like, we can't put labels on people not knowing the whole context. What I'm trying to say.
But you saw the post that. Oh, my bad. Whoopsie. You saw the post that. You saw the post that. Look, it's not right. Look, Lutherans out here in the world. It's not right what I did. Please don't. I lived in a different world where, you didn't go to jail for that kind of stuff. Now you definitely go to jail. If I had allegedly done it.
Hey, best to walk away. You don't want the problems, man. You don't know how it's gonna go. Once you go to jail, you don't know how that's gonna go.
If I allegedly did it. Allegedly. Remember that. Look, how about we look up that definition, put that up. Allegedly.
Allegedly? Okay.
Let me give you the definition. Allegedly. Ain't gonna get Nicole arrested. Allegedly. All right. So my thing is, you cannot, like, I see a lot of people doing this, right? Mm-hmm. I was just having a conversation with some people who were anti-vaccine, right? Mm-hmm. And it was and we were talking, it was things I agree with, but there were some things that were asinine. And I was like, hey, but because we have to, like, there's no room for the gray area. There's only black and there's only white. And there's only she groomed him and there's only he was a victim, as opposed to he played a part in this. And that's what, whether it was a she that was 17 and a he that was a grown ass man.
And what I'm trying to say, she played a part in the fact of her being being financially abused. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We cannot place a blame on this man for something he did based on, she put herself in that situation. Well, that's what I'm saying. She played a part, and just like you said, he played a part in it. It's the same.
I never denied that part. Okay. It just seems like you're denying the part of his part. Like, no, the argument seems to be but you never once said that he's being a financial. When I say he's a financial abuser, he's financially abusing this person. You reject it by saying, hey, well, she did this and she groomed him. Or you reject it by saying, well, these guys need to stop messing with these girls because they're going to be like financial abusers, instead of just acknowledging what he did was financial abuse. That's it. That's all I'm asking.
No, because the whole thing is like, you can say these terms, right? You can say these terms based on the fact that he had the most money, right? Majority of the time, women are hypergamous, so they're going to go after men with the most money. So that's what I'm saying. It's a slippery slope.
That's what's considered financial abuse.
Slope. That's all I'm saying. No, because
getting involved with it
after that.
All I'm asking is, was in this situation, was it considered financial abuse?
I don't know.
He kicked her out 7 months pregnant.
Okay. So he kicked her out. That is wrong. I said that's wrong all day long. I'm not negating that's not wrong, but I'm saying the term financial abuse.
Is that terminology fall under the terminology financial abuse? That's my problem. We got to get out of this stuff. Like, me calling it financial abuse is not saying he's an abuser.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Well, I'm not. I'm just saying, in this case, he used his money as leverage. Mm-hmm. He used his money as leverage, and then he took it away. That is called financial abuse. I'm not saying he beating bitches. I'm saying in this area of this thing.
We don't know. Okay, now I'm taking my money away. I'm going home. We don't know that's not how it happened.
He kicked her out. He didn't provide an opportunity. He didn't provide a way. Like, put the age in it all day long. You want to put it in. Mm-hmm. When you make a commitment to somebody and a commitment to your baby, at bare minimum, you should be able to, like, and I say this as somebody.
Is verbal commitments binding in court of law?
Yes.
To what extent is it binding?
When both parties agree that they said those things, is verbal commitment is binding.
So do you think verbal commitments you have to prove? That's something you have to prove, and you have to be able to prove without a shadow of a doubt. No, you have to prove in a
even text messages.
Okay,
Even
and that's
text
true.
messages
If you
are
have,
enough.
but you have to have the proof. What I'm saying, you have to have those proof.
But still at all, my thing is this. I'm not saying that she needs to take him to court. I'm saying if this world exists
Mhm.
where and we know he put her out.
Mhm.
We know that
Okay,
happened because
and
he
we know
put
that.
his
Yes, we
business
do
on
know
Front Street.
that. Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know this, right?
Mhm.
I don't know that he asked her to stop posting on
Mhm.
IG.
We're going
I
by
do
her.
know she stopped posting,
Mhm.
and I do know it's a likelihood that her man didn't want her ass on IG. Can we agree to that?
Yeah, no, we can agree with that. Yeah, I agree with you. Mhm.
So if that's the case, he cut her money.
Mhm.
Can you, independent of anything else, if he was a 25-year-old man, can you sit here and say that that's not considered financial abuse?
First of all,
I'm
I never
going
heard
to,
nobody with that term other than today. This is the first time I'm having this conversation about financial abuse. So
I'm really surprised that you don't know that. You know
no,
everything.
no,
You're always
because
educated about this stuff.
and I educate myself about something, but this is the first time I have had a conversation about financial abuse. Like I said, I think it's a slippery slope when you just start saying that because the whole setup of most relationships that women tend to want to be in is when a man has power or a man has more financial resources than them. That's what they
That's
usually
not
do.
the example I gave you. The
No,
example I
okay.
gave you is when
I'm
he
not
asked
talking. I'm
her
not.
to not do it.
Okay, but we don't know that happened.
But
That's what it says. It's
I didn't
slippery
say
slope.
that happened. I said
Okay.
in the scenario I gave you,
Okay.
is that considered financial abuse?
Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes,
That's
it
all
is.
I care about. I don't know their world. I don't know what happened. I don't know
But
what
we don't know
happened.
what
I'm
happened.
not
That's what I
saying
said.
that
Why
was
you
him.
sitting here? But you said he's a financial abuser.
No, but if he did these things, he is a
Okay.
financial abuser.
If he did. Okay. Got you. Okay. All right. The
Yeah,
if I
I ain't
got you.
getting sued. That nigga got money.
Okay. If okay. Let's highlight the if part. Let's
If I'm,
put a big.
all these allegedlys I've been dropping, nigga, I ain't about to
Let's
give
highlight
him
that.
this. I
All right.
don't
Cool.
know her. She ain't friends with me.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I just want to make sure because, like I said, it does matter that we drop in terms on people that don't. We need to know the full story. That has to be
No,
proven. Innocent
and
until
we'll never
proven
know
guilty.
the full story. We will never know the full story, and that's fine. All I'm saying is, if this is the case, and women have to be accountable for that. If you're in like, I personally don't think it's healthy that a person asks you to diminish yourself for them to be bigger.
Mm-hmm.
I also am single, and I'm probably gonna be single till I'm 66, apparently.
So you're 66 and not don't want no dick.
So maybe take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, but like maybe don't look at your relationships in the light of, I don't know, losing yourself, like losing yourself within it, like you giving up. I remember, I think it was like the editor in chief of a woman's magazine. I remember that it was the editor in chief of a woman's magazine. She was making big bank. She's up in New York. She got with this one guy. This dude used to beat the brakes off her,
Mm-hmm.
like beat the full brakes off her. She went from this thriving person to living in squalor
Mm-hmm.
and like a shell of herself. And people blame him for being this monster. And I'm like, but where's her part? She gave up her power.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give up your power. That's a whole different message for a whole day. But
I was about to
I'm
say
just
that's like we convoluting.
that's a whole different message.
Okay.
I was just thinking that because we were talking about this gentleman, whether it's a woman or a man. But the point of the matter is, like, I firmly believe that this circumstance could have been avoided had he listened to what she was saying and saw himself as the rule instead of the exception.
But also we're assuming that he's seen that video prior to getting with this woman. We're making that assumption that he knew all the information prior to getting
Well,
with her.
that just proves a point about him being dumb. Why wouldn't you
Okay,
Google
but he was
somebody?
17. Come on now. He was 17.
But this
He's
is a different
supposedly
17-year-old. If I get on the phone, like I was telling the oldest, the oldest niece,
mm,
I was telling her about this guy I was thinking about going out with. She's like, hold on, let me look him up.
mm. Okay,
She younger than him.
but that's okay. That is her. That's her. We can't put every 17-year-old. We can't assume that. Look, he knew he was. He has IG. He had IG. We can't assume that.
We can't assume it.
No, we can't assume that.
No, I said we can't. I
We
agree.
can't assume it. Yeah, we can't assume that. All he knows is this woman is coming to me because I'm the hottest shit out here. I'm going to be whatever, and she likes me, right?
Let's talk about probability.
Go ahead.
Hey, hey, Ashley. Ashley up in California with her little boo
with
thing.
With her boo thing. Hey, she didn't have to groom nobody. She with her boo thing in California. California love.
And she ain't gonna be 66 and alone. Like my lonely ass.
Not want no
Hey, Ashley.
Hey, Ashley, I need to hit you up. I hope you're gonna be free Tuesday. I know you with your boo thing, but I need about an hour and a half of your time if you can. I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow. I'm gonna text you tomorrow.
So I agree. Like, here's the thing. I agree with Rocky. I think he knew who he was. She was, mainly because, okay, let's say it like this.
Mm-hmm.
If we look at it statistically, right, the percentage is over 50% that he knew who she was, based on the fact that he's a social media. Mm-hmm. This is a social media environment. There's no way that she just happened to be at the airport. You know what I mean? Like, she flew into this. And according to her, she knew him through a mutual friend who put him in. He slid in her DMs.
I don't believe that part of it.
She said he slid in her DMs.
Yeah, okay. I don't believe that.
I'm just telling you. She said that he asked her to follow him, her to follow this guy. So no, sorry. It was a promoter. Somebody who she works with asked her to follow his nephew. So she started following his nephew on IG. So he had access to her IG. He saw her IG. So that disqualifies that statement of him not knowing.
17-year-old, you okay, we're gonna put this on 17-year-old being smart enough to make life decisions with an older.
I'm not saying that's true.
Okay.
I'm not saying that.
All right. I'm just making sure. I'm
not saying. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying, like it's one thing. It's one thing to say, is he smart enough to make life decisions? I can't make that decision for him. Probability, not. He's not smart enough to make major life decisions. But I can say is he had access to all the information.
And I agree. If he was looking, he had all the information he needed. I agree with that. If he was looking.
Yeah. And it's his fault if he wasn't. And I hope he learned that lesson.
And I agree with that too. I agree. He got what he got right now. I never said he didn't have fault for that. I didn't say like he should have did his homework. I believe in that. He should have did his homework. He should have vetted her. He should have did all that stuff. But being a young man and being preyed upon is part of this story. It's part of the story.
She nasty. I heard how she talked. She nasty. Yes, she was in his head quick.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, in a good kind of way, nasty. Like the whole, right before she grabbed the peanuts, nasty. She that kind of nasty. So, I mean, she right up his little 17-year-old horny ass heart.
Of course. And that's all he saw. But for young men, hey, don't listen to all that. Hey, you need to look at more than just sex.
They ain't listening to you. They're listening to their dick.
At least I said it. Hey, at least I said it. That's all I'm doing. I'm just saying they don't. Hey, I know they probably won't, but at least I said it. Now my conscience is clear.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. I'm glad it's clear.
Disclaimer.
But the moral of that is, just to give the alternative, it's like you have to listen to the truth, right? And the truth means you have to seek out the truth.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, could he have still not? I mean, not him. Let's not use him. Could somebody have still had a healthy relationship with her?
Time will tell, and I don't think so.
I couldn't answer the question. I wanted to be optimistic, and I was like,
time will tell, but I don't think so.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, there's a possible. I can't lie.
You can't lie. Yeah, stop trying to make excuses. Stop it.
Anyway, the point is, start listening to the truth. All right, the truth will set you free.
Yes,
all right.
Truth. That's a good segue to truth, like truth seeking, right? And I know we talk about relationships, and this is this segue too. Tuesday, I'm doing a show. She can do bad by herself, and it's it's the critical relationship theory series that I'm doing.
What the hell? There's a new CRT?
Yeah, no, it's my term. It's coined by me, and because until we get our relationships right in our community, like we can't worry about what white people think about us. We can't do it. We can't worry about the critical race theory until we worry about critical relationship.
Okay.
So, and there's another part of CRT too, because once you deal with the truth, once you deal with the truth of the relationships between us and deal with that, then you can go to CRT, the critical relationship therapy. So, because part of the therapy is seeking the truth and knowing the truth and then dealing with it. So, this is my whole thing. So, real quick, I'm gonna play the promo, and we're gonna get back and whatever. See, silly. Your mic muted. You muted.
Wow. That's hilarious. Good job. Good job. I have a couple thoughts about those videos. One, those people have always made me feel bad about my fro. I was never able to get a good fro because I sit there and fro mine out and be all proud with my Angela Davis earrings, and then it start curling on the ends, and then it'd be like, people think you didn't comb your hair.
Nap ahead of
Set
me.
me up for the black experience. They set me up.
You just gotta use the sheen, man. You gotta use the hairspray. You gotta hold it
You know,
spray.
I tried it multiple times, and
Oh.
I just got tired of people looking at me like I was just crazy. I feel like, I felt like you seen Black and White, that the Netflix series for Colin
Yeah.
Kaepernick.
Yeah.
I feel like that some black girl was gonna walk up to me like, you need to comb this shit.
You need to comb that.
Two, y'all always coming up with salacious titles. So I can't stand black women.
Oh, yeah. Okay. But it's the way you look at it. It's the way you perceive it. And I will explain that. And I will talk about
It's okay. It's okay, black women. I love you.
I love them too. And I will explain how much I love them. Tuesday. If y'all
No,
come
actually, it looks like a dope. I mean, I love the visuals, by the way. Those are good visuals.
I actually did.
That was the slowest putting of letters I've ever seen in my life.
I'll fix that. Yeah, it was.
I was like, God damn.
Yeah, I gotta fix that. But yeah.
Black male. I don't disagree with that statement. But that's all. I mean, we can end it with that.
Anyway, I appreciate y'all and your
all the good comments.
All the good comments.
And I got a piece, so everybody wins.
Yeah, it's all on it. Yeah, good man. Anyway, hey, don't worry about your love story being a quote unquote, idea of perfect or whatever, fantasy world love. Worry about what it really is.
Also, let's be honest. How many people are telling you the true story of their love story?
Real quick, I got a story. Sort of like that, worried about the way the love look, right? I had a homeboy. He's probably watching this. So anyway, he proposed. He was engaged. And he's kind of like me, real kind of anti, romanticized bullshit. He gave it a ring and like, okay, we've been together this long, you ain't going nowhere. Blah, blah, blah. Gave it a ring. She was happy. She accepted a ring. She went back to homegirls and told her, well, how did he get? How women do. How did he propose to you? Did he do this? Did it? Was it a grand? No, he just gave it a ring. Oh, I wouldn't accept that. I wouldn't accept that. She gave the ring back. So guess where she's at?
Oh no.
Guess where she's at?
Is she 66 and
She ain't 66 yet, but maybe. I don't know. But he's gonna get married next year in Cancun. And yeah. Anyway, yeah. Congratulations, Tiffany. Tiffany. Oh, I'm about to say the girl name wrong. Congratulations, y'all. TNT.
Ooh, that burns.
Yeah. But anyway, that's how that looks. Anyway.
I wonder was she going back. Hold on, wait, we ain't done. I wonder if she went back to her homegirls. I do, but like my piece said, you can wait, bitch.
I don't know the rest.
She went back to her homegirls and was like, y'all set me up for the okie doke.
That's what happened, but that's when you worry about romanticizing and fantasizing for something perfect and how things supposed to look. It happens. So that's what happened. Yeah,
it burns. Oh, it burns.
It burns.
She went home to her homegirls the first day. You know what? He had tried me with that shit, and I'm gonna show him.
She doubled down. Was like, okay, if you ain't gonna give me the ring back after a couple of weeks, if you ain't gonna give me the ring back, why am I staying here? He brought the box.
Oh, she went worse.
Yeah, he brought boxes home, and so anyway, yeah. So just see things for what it is. That's my the reason to telling that story was that point. See things for what. Oh Jesus. He didn't love her anyway. You can't lose what's meant for you. Okay. All right. See, that right there is the problem. That fantasizing and
I mean, if here's the thing. I'm not thinking that what Rocky's saying. I'm not going to disagree with. If she feels like that way, then fine. As long as she don't regret
somebody else though. If it was meant for, she shouldn't have listened.
But if she don't regret it, then she fine.
We don't know.
He's assuming that's what happened. He don't know what happened. She could have talked to our homegirl and said that she didn't feel like it was special. And the girl co-signed. Because like when people tell people what happened, the story, they never tell the true story.
If you accept it, if you accept something, what does that mean?
Well, it doesn't matter. Like my thing is this: it burns to me, right?
Okay.
That burns to me. But if she feels like what he did was beneath her, and as long as she's okay with him getting married, she should be okay with him getting married.
Well, I don't know if she knows or not. I don't know. I don't know the end of it, but I know what happened. I'm maybe, but I'm just saying. I'm telling you what I know from the story. The end result is speculation. The end very end is speculation. But I'm just saying that's what it looks like.
Kind of most of it's speculation, except with
quit worrying about what people say. Quit worrying about people say. How people view your relationship. How people view if it's quote unquote the perfect world or how it's supposed to be done. Love is different. Love could be many different ways. It could be presented in many different ways. Just like you could agree and you could champion people that are same-sex marriages. Just like love looks different. Just like somebody transgender that wants to be addressed as being the right pronoun. If you could do that, then you could look at love as being whatever you choose it to be. Stop looking at it in one place.
I agree, but that also means that you have a right to. I'm okay with what she did if she's okay with what she did. Just generally speaking, most people are not.
Generally speaking, exactly. Come on now, you gonna talk some stuff, but then you going out the side of your damn neck. You know damn well.
No, you know that burned.
Anyway.
Yeah, I agree, but be okay with it. Don't be mad at that man. You know what I mean? Like, don't be mad when he pulled back and he, don't be mad. I'm not saying put up with less than you deserve, but make sure you're okay that you deserve it. Don't sit there and say, oh, he didn't do what I needed him to do. No, you're right. Find somebody who will.
No. That's no. If you told somebody you was okay prior to telling somebody, then you change.
That's the statement you heard. That's a statement he told you. That doesn't mean it was the truth. When girls talk to each other, they talk about it, and then she might have been the first person to say that, and then somebody co-signed her.
Okay, and that's possible too. That's possible too. Yeah, that's possible.
So, if it's that important to her, then stand in your truth and know it's that important to you.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, that's possible.
I won't say good riddance because he might have been a good man. They just wasn't meant for each other.
We don't know that. We don't know that either.
No, clearly they're not meant for each other. He married somebody else.
I don't believe it meant. I don't believe it meant to be with whatever.
I don't mean like only one person. I just mean like. Okay.
But that's what
you got to be able to put your pride on the side and be like, I love you. I'm willing to. You know what I mean? Like, if it mattered that much to her, if he mattered that much to her versus how he proposed, then she would have put her ego off to the side. But we don't know a full story about a relationship. We're just making assessments. I just know that sounds real bad.
In general, we're making a generalization based on a third-hand story. So yeah, but
it sounds real bad though. Sound burns.
Anyway.
All right, y'all. Have a good one.
Appreciate y'all.
All right.
Coming through.
Thanks y'all for joining.
All right. Don't you gotta pee?
I do. Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta pee. Right.
Anyway,
close the caption on. Close the caption. Go.
See y'all next week. Bye. Bye.